I'm so excited. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angelisa, and on this channel we talk about books, read books, and just obsess over books together as a family. And today I'm going to be doing the last book haul of 2023. I have done, oh my gosh, I'm actually curious. How many book hauls have I done this year? I wonder. Okay, I've done 7, and then I've done like bookstore trips where there was a haul in it as well on top of those 7. So the last few months it's been like a monthly occurrence, and this is gonna be the last one of 2023. It's gonna be the December book haul. So in this book haul is going to be a wrap up of the 12 days of Bookmas, basically, where my fiance made me a book advent calendar for the 12 days leading up to Christmas. And I'm gonna tell you guys, if you haven't seen the YouTube shorts or TikTok or Reel series that I had of me unwrapping those, I'm just gonna explain the books, because in those I didn't even explain it, I just showed it to you, and some of them may be books that you guys have never heard of or seen before, so we'll do that first. And then I'm also gonna talk about 2 pre-orders that I got and 3 books that were gifted to me this month, whether it be from Christmas or gifts, because people are amazing. So yeah, let's start off with the 12 days of Bookmas. I'm pretty sure this is the order in which I got them. First one I got is The Goodbye Cat. This is by Arikawa, and it's translated by Philip Gabriel. So I've really been loving Japanese literature. My sister's from Japan, and I really just wanted to get into like more of like Japanese culture, at least in ways that like I can appreciate it. So I've decided I'm gonna read more like Japanese literature, see what their kind of like writing style is. I know that Jack Edwards reads a lot of Japanese literature that's been translated to English as well, and he really likes it, and so I've been loving them, and I had mentioned that to my fiance and he got me a whole bunch in this. So this one, I'll just read the synopsis to you actually. So 7 cats weave their way through their owners' lives, climbing, comforting, nestling, and sometimes just ripping everyone up in this heart-tugging and inspiring collection of tales by Hiro Arikawa, international best-selling author of the Traveling Cat Chronicles. So this one says, against the backdrop of changing seasons in Japan, we meet Spin, a kitten rescued from the recycling bin whose playful nature and simple needs teach an anxious father how to parent his own human baby. A colony of wild cats on a popular holiday island show a young boy not to stand in nature's way. A family is perplexed by their cat's undying devotion to their charismatic but uncaring father. A woman curses how her cat will not stop visiting her at night. An elderly cat hatches a plan to pass into the next world as a spirit so he and his owner may be in each other's lives forever. Bursting with love and warmth, The Goodbye Cat exquisitely explores the cycle of life from birth to death, as each of the 7 stories explores how in different ways the steadiness and devotion of a well-loved cat never let us down. A huge bestseller in Japan, this magical book is a joyous celebration of the wondrousness of cats and why we choose to share our lives with them. So I have a cat, I love my cat, and I just thought this book was so freaking cute and just like such a cute like little short story collection to read. I love that it's like the same size as Before the Coffee Gets Cold. It's just so freaking cute, and yeah, what a cute little like story to read. And look how cute the cover is, like so pretty. Anyway, that is The Goodbye Cat. On the second day, he got me Days at the Morisaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yagisawa. So this one is about a young woman who loses everything but finds herself. It's a tale of new beginnings, romantic and family relationships, and the comfort that can be found in books. So I loved the idea of this. Second, there is a freaking cat on the cover, obviously. And third, like, finding solace in books is literally part of my everyday life, so I thought that this would be so cute. It's really short, it's like 150 pages, it's a cute little book to do, and adding it to my Japanese literature. Next, I got a book that I'm really actually excited about. It's A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. So my best friend Rowan is absolutely obsessed with this book. She got it, devoured it, and will read anything that Ava Reid produces. And she told me it's very lyrical and poetic, the way that like the different themes connect in the book. I don't know if I'm smart enough to identify those things at all when I'm reading things, but she was saying how really cool it is, and I love fantasy books. And yeah, I actually don't really know what it's about, but I will read anything that like Rowan recommends to me, because she has really good like book taste, like really good book taste. She only reads quality books. There's a lot going on in this book. I don't know if there's any romance in it, actually. I feel like there might be, but this sounds so interesting. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, Effie Sarah has always believed in fairy tales. She's had no choice since childhood. She's been haunted by visions of the fairy king. She's found solace only in the pages of Angarad, Emrys Myrddin's beloved epic about a mortal girl who falls in love with the fairy king and then destroys him. Effie's tattered copies, all is keeping her afloat through her first term at the prestigious Lyrian Architecture College. So when Myrddin's family announces a contest to redesign the late author's estate, Effie feels certain this is her destiny. That's cool. But it's an impossible task. It's a musty, decrepit house on the brink of crumbling into a hungry sea. And when Effie arrives, someone else has already taken time to bring home there. Preston Hillary, a stodgy young literature scholar, is determined to prove Effie's favorite author is a fraud. As the two rival students investigate the reclusive author's legacy, piecing together clues through his letters, books, and diaries, they discover that the house's foundation isn't the only thing that can't be trusted. There are dark forces, both mortal and magical, conspiring against them, and the truth may bring them both to ruin. That sounds so freaking cool. I can see why she absolutely loved this book. But yeah. And the exclusive like editions of it are so pretty. So if I become obsessed with it like her. Next we have Dead End Memories by Banana Yoshimoto. So this is another Japanese translate book, but I've heard that this one's actually like really sad. So it's about 5 stories of women on their way to healing that vividly portray the blissful moments and everyday sorrows that surround us in everyday life. Like, it's just super sad. So first published in Japan in 2003 and never before published in the United States, Dead End Memories collects the stories of 5 women who, following sudden and painful events, quickly discover their ways back to recovery. Among the women we meet in Dead End Memories is one betrayed by her fiancé, who finds a perfect refuge in an apartment above her uncle's bar while seeking the real meaning of happiness. In House of Ghosts, the daughter of a Yoshoku restaurant owner encounters the ghost of a sweet elderly couple who haven't yet realized that they've been dead for years. In Tomo-chan's Happiness, an office worker who is a victim of sexual assault finally catches sight of this hope from romance. Discover this collection of what Yoshimoto herself calls the most precious work of my writing career. Like, when I read that synopsis, I was like, yeah, I'm adding this to like my list, my wish list, because it's, I don't know, I really want more like reflective and just books that make me like think and sob, not because they're fiction, but because like, or because like, not sob because like I'm reading a fantasy and it makes me feel things, but like because it gives me a moment to like think about my own life and how that like applies to me, you know what I mean? Anyway, Dead End Memories. Next we have Rouge by Mona Awad. So this is the author of Bunny. I have literally no idea what it's about, but I put it on my wish list as soon as it came out because I loved Bunny, and I love how like she writes like gothic, almost like fairy tales and like weird, like I don't know how to, it's like not a psychological thriller, but it's just like, it's so weird, the writing, and I freaking love it. And a lot of people didn't like Bunny, but I truly did, and it's like a horror, like I don't know. So this one is, for as long as she can remember, Belle has been insidiously obsessed with her skin and skincare videos. When her estranged mother Noelle mysteriously dies, Belle finds herself back in Southern California, dealing with her mother's considerable debts and grappling with lingering questions about her death. The stakes escalate when a strange woman in red appears at the funeral, offering a tantalizing clue about her mother's demise, followed by a cryptic video about a transformative spa experience. With the help of a pair of red shoes, Belle is lured into the barbed embrace of La Maison de Méduse, the same lavish, culty spa to which her mother was devoted. There, Belle discovers the frightening secret behind her and her mother's obsession with the mirror and the great shimmering depths and demons that lurk on the other side of the glass. Like, what? Snow White meets Eyes Wide Shut in the surreal descent into the dark side of beauty, envy, grief, and the complicated love between mothers and daughters. With black humor and seductive horror, Rouge explores the cult-like nature of the beauty industry, as well as the danger of internalizing its pitiless gaze. Brimming with California sunshine and blood-red rose petals, Rouge holds up a warped mirror to our relationship with mortality, our collective fixation with the surface, and the wondrous deep longing that might lie beneath. That's a lot, you know? But I feel like an important read. I don't remember what the main message was in Bunny, but I feel like just the themes that it's exploring in this intrigues me so much. I feel like this would be a transformative read and will definitely make me think. Alright, next we have Bright Young Woman by Jessica Knoll. So I don't know if you guys have seen that movie on Netflix with Mila Kunis in it, and it's called Luckiest Girl Alive, and it's about this girl who like survived a school shooting or something like that, and it was really good, and I didn't know it was based on a book, and then I wish that I had read the book first because I feel like that book would have been so freaking interesting. But she just came out with a new one called Bright Young Woman, and again, I love books about women. So I picked it up and I was like, this sounds so freaking cool. And I'm pretty sure both of these were like inspired by true stories. Like they actually did happen, but she wrote like a kind of like fiction-y slash inspired by true story version of it. So this one is inspired by the real-life sorority targeted by America's first celebrity serial killer. So January 15, 1978 is a night of promise. A serial killer's escape in Aspen, Colorado couldn't be further from the minds of the busy young women of the top sorority on Florida State University's campus in Tallahassee. Sorority president Pamela Schumacher spends her Saturday night glued to her desk, cradling her textbook like a pillow. Startled awake at 3 a.m. by a strange sound, she makes the fateful decision to investigate. What she finds outside her bedroom door is a scene of implausible violence. 2 of her sisters dead, the other 2 maimed. It is the final murderous spree of the man the papers will soon dub the all-American sex killer. But Pamela doesn't know this yet, nor does she know the story of 25-year-old Ruth Wachowski, who 4 years earlier disappeared from Seattle's Lake Sammamish State Park in broad daylight, confounding police and shattering Ruth's roommate and best friend, Tina Cannon. When the massacre at the Tallahassee sorority house becomes national news, Tina is certain it is the work of the same man who terrorized the Seattle area 4 years prior. She rushes to Florida on a collision course with Pamela, and one last impending tragedy. Bright Young Woman is a story of two women who demanded answers to questions nobody else would ask. What happened to Ruth the day she went missing, and how did a serial killer from the Pacific Northwest set his sights on a sorority house in Florida, toggling between the nightmarish days in 1978 and a letter, oh my god, that brings Pamela and Tina together in the present. The astonishing truth is revealed, along with a portrait of the extraordinary woman who saw past the media's glorification of the Kennedy of killers for who he really is. Interesting. Just sounds like a very interesting book. I'm loving kind of like thrillery books, but also centering like woman voices. So yeah, I thought this would be really, really interesting. And Jessica Knoll. I want to read The Case Girl Alive still and see how the book was, but we'll see. Next up, another Japanese book with a fucking cat on the cover. What do you know? So this one's called What You Are Looking For Is in the Library by Michiko Aoyama. This one literally barely has a synopsis. It just says, what are you looking for? So asks Tokyo's most enigmatic librarian. For Sayuri Komachi is able to sense exactly what each visitor to her library is searching for and provide just the book recommendation to help find it. That is so cool. That kind of has like a fantasy element to me. I don't know, like I feel like it's like magic. A restless retail assistant looks to gain new skills. A mother tries to overcome demotion at work after maternity leave. A conscientious accountant yearns to open an antique store. A recently retired salaryman searches for a newfound purpose. In Komachi's unique book recommendations, they will find just what they need to achieve their dreams. This book is about the magic of libraries and the discovery of connection. This inspirational tale shows how, by listening to our hearts, seizing opportunity, and reaching out, we too can fulfill our lifelong dreams. Which book will you recommend? Like, I think that's so cool. So freaking cute. And again, it's like the same size as the other ones, and I'm like, I think that's adorable. I love how like small and cute Japanese books are, and I just want to have like a little shelf of Japanese books. This is a bad like new thing to be obsessed with. Alright, next up we have actually a graphic novel. This is Good Neighbours by Holly Black. I didn't know this existed until recently, and I was at the store with my fiance and I was like, this looks so freaking cool, and then I think he bought it. So this is like a little fairy graphic novel. It has like 3 stories in it, and it's like a trilogy, and I don't know, I feel like it sounded really cool. It says the human and fairy realms have always been good neighbors until now. So Ruth Silver's life isn't all that it appears to be. Her mother has disappeared and her father is being blamed for a murder. Is he guilty, or is there another truth behind it all? Ruth digs deeper into her family's past and makes a startling discovery. Her mother is a fairy, forced to vanish back into the fairy realm because of a broken promise. In order to get her back, Rue must plunge into the depths of her own identity and follow the sinister twists of her own fate. In The Good Neighbours, bestselling author Holly Black takes us into a new corner of her fairy world, a mysterious, unforgettable place full of threat, romance, and deadly illusion. Like, that's so freaking cool. I love Holly Black's writing, so I feel like in a graphic novel, that would just be insane. And it kind of looks like it's like a modern fantasy, like the way that Holly Black's, like, there's the 2 realms, there's the human realm and then the fairy realm. Like, it's kind of crazy. Anyway, I thought this would be super cute, and I'm gonna put it with my other graphic novels. This is like the first like I have Lore Olympus, which is kind of like a fantasy graphic novel, obviously, but I feel like that's more like Greek mythology, where this is like fantasy, so. Alright, next up we have Yellowface by R.F. Huang. I'm pretty sure R.F. Huang also wrote The Poppy War, so this one is White Lies, Dark Humor, Deadly Consequences. Best-selling sensation Juniper Song is not who she says she is. She didn't write the book she claims she wrote, and she is the most certainly not Asian American. So I'm pretty sure this is about someone who like pretends to be, like basically commits yellowface, like pretends to be Asian and write about, yeah, she like steals someone's book about Chinese laborers during World War I, which is absolutely freaking terrible. Like, in her point of view, she's like, this piece of history deserves to be told. Like, I'm just gonna take the work of her because she died and publish it anyway as myself. But I guess someone finds out and like keeps threatening her with like evidence and stuff. So it sounds really, really interesting. And there's a there's a review from New York Times that says addictive and slightly sickening. It's sickening, babe. Like reading transcripts of someone else's catty group chat or watching Succession. So I feel like it'd be really, really fun. And I've just heard really good things about this book. Right, The Last 3 Days, he actually got me a trilogy. I'm so excited for this. I think he got me them in the wrong order. Like, this one is the last book. But basically, it's the Kiss of Deception, like the Remnant Chronicles series that I literally just finished reading, but it's these really pretty UK covers and I freaking love them. Like they are so gorgeous. I don't know when these covers came out. Are they recent? Are they gonna come out in Canada and I just did this for no reason? I will laugh if they come out in Canada in these covers. Anyway, they're so pretty. They have like really pretty, like kind of like a gold foiling on it, and I feel like they go with the Dance of Thieves covers way better than the ones with the people on them. So yeah, I love these so freaking much and I'm so glad you got me these because I wanted to get them but I didn't want to like spend the money right now. So that's 12 Days of Christmas. Next we have 3 books that I got as like Christmas gifts or just gifted. So the first one is my lovely friend Alexis. I love you if you're watching this. She got me the collector's edition of Throne of Glass. It is so freaking pretty, guys. First of all, the box is like this and it has the sword on the back and, you know, on the side. And then the actual book is so pretty. Ah! It's just so pretty. And then there's all these, like, I'm pretty sure these are word marks. Oops, on like the side of the pages, and there's like an emblem on the pages, and there's like a sword on each chapter, and it's just so pretty. I love it so much. Thank you, Alexis. Like, I'm obsessed, and I'm just gonna keep it in this box forever because I don't know what to do with it. But yeah, this is like one of my favorite things now. I love Throne of Glass. Love it. Love it so much. Next, I got, I think Mitchell accidentally bought me 13 bucks instead of 12, so he ended up just giving me this one like on Christmas, and this is the St. Ambrose School for Girls by Jessica Ward. So this one apparently is like kind of like Mean Girls meets We Were Liars, which I really liked that book. I thought it was kind of interesting at the end, so I thought it would be cool. But basically it's about this girl who moves to St. Ambrose School, and she's not like the other girls. Like, she dresses really like shabby. Her clothes is not like as put together, and like it's not like designer clothes like the other girls at the school. And there's this girl called like, who's like the queen bee, Greta. She is set on making Sarah know. Like, basically I think of this as like the Regina George versus like Katie. So yeah, Regina George is set on making Katie know that like this is what the pecking order is. Like, I'm queen bee, and Katie befriends literally like a girl and a guy. This girl who's like very like rebel-y, and then like this like really handsome guy that like a bunch of girls like fantasize about. And she's like, okay, if I stay friends with them, like hopefully I can get through the semester, blah blah blah. But then something happens, someone ends up dead, there's all this scandal. So that's why it's kind of like Mean Girls meets We Were Liars. So yeah, very interesting though. I thought it sounded really cool, and I always love like something a little bit different for a mystery. And yeah, so. Okay, the last book that got gifted to me, one of my Bookstagram friends gave me this book. She sent it to me from my Amazon wish list, and I was so surprised. And she also bought toys for my cat, which was so freaking cute of her. But her Instagram is bookishly Lynn, so definitely go and check her out. She's a beautiful feed. Her Instagram is so freaking cute. But she got me Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. So Cassandra Clare wrote, like, I'm pretty sure like all of the like the Mortal Instruments, I think, like City of Bones, like all of those books. I actually don't know much about them. That series literally like scares me, and thought of going into it is petrifying. So this came out recently, and I think it was Rachel Catherine who maybe got the arc or something, and she reviewed it, and she said that like if you haven't read the other books and you want to get into her writing, this is a great place to like start, and like because it's not related to the other series at all, but it definitely still has that like Cassandra Clare feeling. So I put this on my wish list and she got it for me, so I'm super excited for this. I thought that the cover was super pretty, and yeah, it's just gorgeous. And I have no idea what it's about, but I really don't care because I love fantasy. And I'm gonna keep this note that you get with like Amazon gifts in it forever and ever. So yeah. Alright, the next 2 books were pre-orders that I got this month. The first one was Heartstopper Volume 5 by Alice Oseman. I love Heartstopper. It's so freaking cute, and I'm so glad that I got it. I want to start watching the show soon. My brother has actually also been getting into these and he's really liked them, so it's been really fun to like talk about together. So yeah, Heartstopper Volume 5. And then I was supposed to have read Divine Rivals by now. I was supposed to have read them. Like, I'm probably, honestly, I want to start it tomorrow. Like, it's just, I need to. But I have Ruthless Vows here. I know I'm gonna like this series. I just know, because everybody I know who's read it loves it, and we're just gonna take a moment to appreciate the fact that it comes with another typewriter, and this time it says Dear Roman on it, and I don't even know what that means, but I love it, and I love the color of it. I think it is so freaking pretty. The blue flowers are so gorgeous, and I don't want to read the synopsis because it'll spoil the book for me. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. I think it's just gonna be so exciting. Oh my god. Wait, no. It would have been so cool if this was like started with an I and it was like Roman and Iris. Anyway guys, that's all of the books that I got in December. It's been a fun year of buying way too many books, way more books than I need. Definitely, like, for January, I'm already going on like a no spend January. I have a few pre-orders that are probably gonna come in, but I might haul it in February or something for you guys. But I'm gonna try my absolute hardest not to buy more books because I have way too many that I haven't read yet. Like, I really don't want to do a physical TBR video because it's embarrassing, but it's fine. I also like don't have space to have them all on display to show you guys either, so that's kind of part of it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what you guys got for Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays. I hope you had a lovely, lovely time with your loved ones, family, friends, whoever you have. I hope it was beautiful times. And yeah, all the best for the new year. And thank you so much for all of your support this year. It's meant the absolute world to me. So I love you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope I see you in the next video.